Good afternoon, welcome to Manor Park Classics on Friday afternoon, and the sun is shining, and Tim and Tim's got his clipboard, which is always nice to see.
Hello.
We're going to give you the rundown of the new cars arrived, but first Tim has to give you a public information message.
I do indeed. It's all about YouTube, so if you see anything that you like that we cover today, please have a look at our YouTube channel. Click on like, click on subscribe, and then if you see anything that you like, you can either have a look on the YouTube channel or give us a ring in the office and we'll tell you all about the cars. But on to the first, Jim.
On to the first.
Let's have a look at this little
Well,
baby.
yes, Citroen 2CV,
Yep.
89, 88 on the F plate. Now, it would appear to be a Charleston.
Indeed it would, Jim, but it's not.
It's not. Yeah, maybe it is, but it started life as a Dolly.
Okay.
And it's been painted
Right.
to look like a Charleston.
Okay. That's fine.
It is, but the car drove to us.
Yep.
The gentleman's had it for a number of years. It's been in the family for a number of years, in fact.
Yeah.
It's just charming, isn't it?
It's lovely.
It is.
It's lovely. One or two little bits on it, but
one or two bits of paintwork,
yeah,
and
one or
bits
two
of
little bits,
cosmetics.
but it looks pretty tidy, that.
It does.
And they're always popular, these 2CVs. Great little starter classic, pretty cheap to run. You get lots and lots of parts for them. And that one's going to be no reserve as well, I believe.
It is. So
Okay.
starter classic and no reserve.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Tick,
do.
tick.
Yeah, tick tick. And I do
Yep.
think it's quite charming, actually.
It is. It is. And then on to something completely different.
Yes. Now then.
Celica, automatic.
Yeah, it's a GT automatic. It's the Mark V, and it's one of the very, very first Mark Vs, I believe.
Right.
Lovely colour. I think it's called Blue Micra.
Yep. Yeah.
It's got the blue velour interior, which is very, very nice.
Yep.
It's got the sunroof. Fabulous history.
Looks in good nick, that. Actually.
It is in good nick. Make a great daily driver, this.
It's a good drive. They're pretty robust, aren't they, mechanically?
They are. They're very, very good. And so if you have a look in here, I mean, look at that. How nice is
yes,
that?
that's nice.
How well has that stood the test of
That's
time?
super, isn't it? So 73,000 miles on this one, Jim.
Yes.
MOT through to April 25.
That's right. Yeah. And it's,
yeah,
again,
that's very tidy.
it is. It is a lovely car. And again,
No reserve on that one.
No
No
reserve.
reserve.
You like that?
Yep. And then on
So,
to
tell me about this.
Yeah, so what we've got here, MGB GT.
Yep.
It's another no reserve car, actually, Jim.
Wow.
So potential bargain for somebody. It was originally a chrome bumper by the L-Reg.
Yes.
From early 70s. But this one's been tricked. It's had a few add-ons to it. It's got the aftermarket 5-spoke alloys there. It's got the bucket-style seats. It's got the strut brace in the back. I've driven this, actually.
Have you?
It drives surprisingly nicely. It's a nice rorty engine, nice throaty engine, nice engine note. And overall, you know what? For a 50-odd-year-old MG, it's not in too bad.
Yeah, I think
Too
it's
bad,
quite
innit?
nice. And it's got the support bar, like a roll cage in the
Yeah,
back
yeah.
to give it that
Yep.
strength and stability.
Yeah, it's not one for the, I suppose, the MG aficionados, is it? It's something a little bit different. So if you want something MGB GT that's different at a potentially good price, good value, with it being no reserve,
I think it's
might be this one.
It's a lot of fun, that car.
It's a lot of fun, And
Yeah.
again, another good starter classic, that one for somebody.
Yeah.
Parts availability,
I like that.
pretty good on those.
I like that.
Okay, so on to the next engine. We've got a Mercedes SL here.
It's an SL 500.
It's an SL5, so it's a daddy-ish.
It's the biggie. Yeah, the V8 engine.
So the 5-litre V8.
Yeah, now this is a very nice car in black with a light grey leather.
Yep.
It's just had the wheels refurb, so they're
Yep.
perfect.
Yep.
Good tyres. It's just a lovely car,
Is this
isn't
the
it?
one that's had the new ABC pump as
It
well?
is, yes.
In the last 12 months
It
or
has.
so,
It's
isn't
been
it?
very well cared for. Gentleman's looked after it,
Yeah. Nice low mileage as well, Jim. 57,000 miles.
which
on
is
this one.
lovely.
Nice low mileage. And we've got an MOT on this one as well till July 2025.
Wow.
Guided somewhere between 6.5 and 7.5 with that one, which is, I think that's pretty good value when you consider
That's a lot of car.
what that car, and what that car was new.
Yeah.
It's a prestige sports car, that, isn't it, for somebody?
Well, it is. It's the archetypal German
Yep.
sports car, isn't it? It's
Like that
beautiful.
one.
Beautiful.
And here's another German sports car.
Yes.
It's seamless, this, isn't it?
It is.
we
We're
should
getting
get
good-
paid more, shouldn't we?
Oh, steady on.
Steady now, steady. So, Boxster. What do you know about this one, Jim?
Well, the Porsche Boxster, slate grey. The gentleman drove it to us again. Manual gearbox, which is lovely,
Okay.
with the black leather.
Yep.
It's Yeah, it's. I mean, I think Boxsters are one of the most underrated cars out there. They will have their day, so maybe it's prudent to buy one now.
Yes.
Before prices get silly. But again, this car, it's not expensive. I think it's somewhere between £5,000 and £7,000.
Right. Okay.
And what a lot of car.
No, and it looks in very nice condition.
It's lovely. It's lovely.
Is this the 2.7, Jim?
It is.
The 2.7.
The 2.7 came off a lovely gentleman who drove it down to us yesterday, and it's very, very nice.
Yeah. Okay.
And a great colour.
Yeah. Okay. Another SL Merc. So this one's a 350, I believe.
It is. This is a 350 silver with the light grey leather. Yep. Again, beautiful car. I love the wood in this car.
Yeah, it's a bit different.
It just lightens it up a little bit, doesn't it? It just gives it that look.
The grey leather.
Yeah, I think it's a nice car, that.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's a lovely car. So I think the private plate is coming off this car, though.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, so that is coming off. That's in the process of happening now. But again, nice car.
I've got one of these, actually, a 350, and the engines are beautiful on these. There's just enough grunt, isn't there?
That's all you need.
But you don't get the ultimate power of the 500.
No.
But you get something that's pretty pokey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Depends what you want it to be. If you want a cruise, this is the car.
Yeah, I like that.
Very nice car.
And on to the next one then, Jim. Oh, price on the Merc. What do you reckon?
Price on the Merc. From memory,
5 to 6, something like that?
I think it is. Yeah, it's there or thereabouts.
5 to 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Now, the Jaguar.
Yes, what do you know about this one?
Well, again, this came to us yesterday. The gentleman drove it down from the top of Lancashire. So thank you very much for that. It's a little bit rare, this car.
Go on.
And I looked at this yesterday. It's got a heritage certificate with it, which is lovely.
Yes.
The car was built in October 2005.
Right.
Okay. It was registered to Jaguar, it would appear,
right,
in November 2005. But they didn't launch the cars until 2006.
Oh, right. Okay.
So, from what we can see, we think the car was a Jaguar pre-launch demonstrator.
Right. Okay.
So this would have been a car that Jaguar themselves would have had.
Interesting.
Yes. So it may well have appeared in press. It might have been on adverts. Who knows?
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's a very, very low mileage car.
Yep.
It's been in the same family for a long, long time. A long time. It's been cherished. It's been well cared for. And it's only showing, I think, 41,000 miles.
Right. Okay. Matching number plates front and
Matching
rear
number plates. It's just a nice car. It's got
looks pretty straight.
Huge amount of history. It's got the original sales brochures. It's got invoices from when it was bought through a Jaguar dealer to the gentleman who owns it now. It's just beautiful. Just beautiful.
Yeah.
And again, price-wise,
what's the
somewhere
price?
between £9,000 and £11,000 probably.
Okay.
But that is a nice car, though.
It certainly looks very special, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah. And then on to another British car. See what we've done there? We've done German cars.
Now we're going
into British cars.
Or you could argue, I guess, there's a bit of a German with this one, isn't there? But
yes. But
whichever which way you cut it, what a car.
Isn't it?
Bentley
GTC. Yes.
With the
W12 engine.
W12. And what do you call that?
It's the colour is Silver Tempest.
Silver Tempest, right.
The leather is Portland.
Nice.
Okay, and the dashboard secondary leather is Beluga.
Wow.
It's like I know about this, isn't it?
Anybody would think you used to sell these.
Did I? Long time ago.
Long time ago.
Yes.
This is super, isn't it? What do we know about this one?
Well, it's come from a good home. It's come from a lady on the Wirral who's decided to, it's not for her anymore.
Okay.
It's relatively low mileage.
55,000.
55,000. That's lovely. It's got a great history.
Yeah.
She bought the car out of Bentley Manchester, I believe. The number plates still say Bentley Manchester.
Let's have a shufty.
Yeah. This holder.
Yes.
So,
yes. Okay.
But again, price-wise on this, I struggle with these cars because I think they are such value.
It's great value, won't they?
Yeah, for little money, this is value. I think this car is going to be somewhere between £16,000 and £18,000.
Wow.
Now, when you think about it,
that's a huge load of car, isn't it, for that kind of money?
Isn't it? And you could turn up anywhere in that car and you would make an entrance.
You would indeed.
As you do normally.
Thanks, Jim.
Anytime.
And we've got an MOT on that one as well to March 25.
Yes.
So, yes, that's a super looking car.
It is, isn't it?
I mean, the bodywork's in really nice nick, isn't it?
And you know the point that we've not said?
Yeah.
It's a Mulliner.
Ah. So that was a
So that-
specific trim level, was
Yeah,
it,
it's a
or-
trim, so it's got the 20-inch split rim rims, it's got the
Right.
individual upholstery, it's got
Yes.
the embroidered seats. It's
Okay,
just, yeah,
okay.
where'd you go from there?
Yeah, that's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And do you know what's ironic?
Go on then.
That car originally came from the dealership
Yes.
I used to run.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bentley
Manchester.
Ribble Valley. No, Bentley Ribble Valley.
Oh, Ribble Valley.
Someone
oh,
traded
interesting.
it in, yeah, Blackburn Way, and then somebody traded it in
Right.
and bought it through Bentley
Oh,
Manchester.
right. So you could have sold that car.
Possibly.
Wow.
Small world.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah,
indeed.
possibly. And then we
Right.
move on to this.
So yes, RS Focus, obviously. Now this has just come in, hasn't it, Jim?
Just come in. Now, I think, but you please do check on this. I think this is a Lux.
Okay.
But we need to check on this. But, you know, you guys at home, if you're interested in this car, clock the registration number
Yeah.
and just check, because that makes such a difference to this car.
Yes, yes.
But it is lovely, isn't it?
I'm guessing it's a low mileage. Looking
It's
at the
relatively
condition.
low mileage. It's what I would say standard. It appears to be very standard in the specification, which is nice, which means it's unmolested and it's not being played with,
Yes.
which I think
yes.
is important on one of these.
So 58,000 miles showing on at Jim.
Yes.
So that mileage belies the age slightly, because I
It
thought
does. I
you know-
believe it's been in a collection.
Yeah, it looks
So-
nice. That. And these go like stink, don't they?
Oh,
They really do.
it's
go
one way
like
of
stink.
describing them, yes.
Yeah.
They are, again, but they're so collectible.
They are, aren't they?
They are.
Because there were a couple of delivery miles RS Cosworth,
Focuses.
Focuses, that's right. Went through the auction a few months ago, another auction, and they did humongous money, didn't they?
They did.
But they were delivery miles. This one's slightly different, but equally.
Well,
a
it's
very-
arguable. I mean, it's nice to have that car, which is delivery miles, but it's unusable.
Yes.
This car has been enjoyed
Yeah.
and can continue to be enjoyed.
Yeah.
And again, high performance for relatively little money. I believe it's in the low 20s as a
Right.
figure, which
Okay.
again, such value.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huge value.
And I think those alloys have been certainly refurbed at some stage. They're very clean.
They're
Great-
absolute, I mean, I'd even go as far, so there might be new alloys at some
Yeah.
point.
Discs look good.
It does, you know, the
Yep.
front balance is
Tidy.
good. It's a nice
Tidy,
car, that.
tidy.
Beautiful car.
Okay, right, let's
Right.
have a wander over here, and we've got this little Caterham.
Yes,
So this is an Isle of Man car, Jim, I believe.
it is. It's come from a collection from the Isle of Man. It was originally registered in the UK in 1995,
Right.
and then it went over to the Isle of Man in 2003, and that's where it's been ever since.
Okay.
But this is special.
Go on then.
Very
Tell me
special.
more. Tell
Well,
me more.
The nice thing about it is it's a Caterham-built car, so it's not being one of these ones that someone's bought and built.
Yeah.
So the V5 and the HPI say Caterham Super 7
Great.
rather than Ford Cortina or something, as some of them may say.
Okay.
So it's done 5,000 miles. It has the full road cage, full harnesses. It has these magnificent Avon semi-slick tyres.
Yes.
But again, oh, and also, well, it's got the race screens. See them?
Screens, yeah.
But it does
Yeah.
have the proper screen with it, which can be fitted
Okay.
quite easily.
Okay.
But and there's a report from a rolling road that it was, I'll tell you exactly, it was 216.7 brake horsepower.
Ooh. It's
So-
something that weighs 600 or 700 kilograms.
I think
That's
you
gonna
weigh
be
more than
quick.
that.
Probably do, actually. That is going to be one quick thing.
Oh,
isn't it?
isn't it? Awesome thing.
I'm guessing those tyres will take some warming up in the morning, on a winter's morning, just to make sure that you've.
Well,
you've
I
got a
don't
bit
think
of-
you'd want to go out in a winter's morning in
No,
it,
you
but
want a bit of grip
nevertheless.
on that. But what a flying machine that will be.
Oh, awesome, isn't it?
So much fun.
Beautiful.
Price-wise, Jim?
Price-wise on it is somewhere between £15,000 and £16,000.
Okay.
But again, find another one.
For a proper Caterham.
For a real
Yeah,
Caterham,
yeah.
yes, a real Caterham. Then tell me about this, Tim.
Super. Yeah. So this is a Alfa GTV. Still, in my opinion, still slightly under the radar in terms of a classic.
I agree.
Probably up and coming, I would describe it. Prices not humongous at all for what is, an Italian sports car. This particular example finished in this lovely Rosso red, I think they call it, with the black grey leather.
They do.
It's a no reserve car as well, Jim, this one.
It is, and guess what? Damien tells me that the gentleman, he bought it was about 2 years ago, by the way.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
he's had his fun with it, and he's actually made it better. So the car is actually better than it was when he bought it off us, and that's nice.
Okay.
And again, red, black leather. But anyway, what I was getting to, the gentleman is donating some of the proceeds to charity.
Super.
And that's lovely.
That's great, isn't it?
That is lovely. So thank you very much.
we need to make sure we get some strong bids on this. Then,
we do. We need to really, really work hard with this car.
Yeah.
Which I think is a lovely, lovely thing to do.
But it ticks all the boxes, doesn't it? It's the right colour.
Yeah.
It's a low mile, so it's done under 40,000 from new. We've got an MOT till May 2025. It's a no reserver. And for an Alfa, because you do see some very tired examples of these, don't you? This one is in, there's a little bit of paint bubbling there, but not too. That overall presents very nicely.
Well, I think so. And the interior is lovely. You know, you've got embossed seats, you've got black leather, sports seat. It's lovely. Yeah. It's lovely.
And a no reserver.
And a no reserver.
Right, okay.
And then we move on to this BMW.
Let's move on. So, yeah, now this is a E46.
E46.
330 Ci Sport.
It is.
Quite a mouthful. For what is a very well kitted car, and it's a No, it's not. It's an automatic.
It's an automatic. It is.
I thought that was a manual then, but it's not.
But you know, you can use it as a manual. You can go through it.
Ah, right. Okay.
So,
okay.
But yes, it's a lovely car. Great colour combination with orient blue.
Yes. With
the beige leather. So quite nice. And it's got a blue hood as well.
Blue hood
which
as well.
I noticed before, which is nice because most of them have black hoods, so the blue hood works well with the car. But again, you know, this is a no reserve car.
No reserve. I think Damien was saying, birthday boy, by the way, Damien.
It is his birthday today.
Damien.
Yes, happy birthday, Damien.
He's galloping up towards 60, isn't he?
He is, but I think that facelift worked wonders.
It did, didn't it?
Yeah, the Botox. We can't get in the hair, but we can't talk about that.
Don't talk about that.
Yeah.
He did tell me, moving back to what he told me, 130,000 miles, but I wouldn't necessarily say that was a scary thing because these engines
not for one of these.
are pretty good. If they're looked after,
yeah,
these engines are pretty tough, aren't they?
Yeah, straight six.
Straight six.
BMW legendary, really, aren't they? Yeah, beautiful that.
So we're inside now, Jim.
We are inside.
So we've got a selection of new entries, but also got some re-entries in here.
We have.
So we'll walk through everything. Just to say as well, just a reminder, if you see anything that you like, have a look at our YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, phone us in the office if you need to. Okay, so on to the next. This is a re-entry.
Re-entry RS2000 Broadstripe. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, don't know why it didn't sell. Who knows? Nothing, you know, nothing particularly jumps out at you, which is, you know, put you off in any way, shape, or form. But the good news is the vendor, he's a good friend of ours, Richard, and hi, Richard. What he's done, he's reduced the reserve quite considerably. So
what are we looking at now then, Jim?
Well,
because it was 30 plus, wasn't it?
It was 30 plus. Yeah. I think if this was 26, 27, this could be bought.
Right, that is quite a substantial reduction, isn't it?
It's a hell of a reduction. So
yeah,
so that's there for someone. That's a come and get me product. That is come and get me.
Yeah, okay then. And then onto this Mercedes as well, which is also a re-entry.
It is.
So this is a very nice
300 SL. Very nice car.
90,000+ miles, I think, on the clock.
Yes, which is nothing for one of these.
Which is nothing, is it?
Nothing at all. Beautiful colour.
It is. It is.
Interior colour.
That's a fine-looking car. Again, quite surprised that one didn't sell.
We're
looking at a reserve on that one now, or an estimate, somewhere between 19, 20, 21 maybe.
Yeah, which is a lot of car, because again, the nice thing about it is it's stock standard. And it has the hard top as well.
Right, okay, you've got the hard top.
Yeah, and what's nice about it is the hood is brown.
Right.
And it looks fantastic with even I wouldn't use the hard top, I'd just leave the soft top, but it looks so classy.
Yeah.
Because most of them, not that there's anything wrong with it, silver and black, aren't they, Mercedes?
Yeah.
I mean, I have two which are silver and black, so I can't talk. But this is very, very classy.
Lovely. Okay. Like that one. So the next one, Jim, we had two roadsters, or two
hot rods.
Two hot rods.
We did.
Two hot rods. One of them went. This one's still available.
Yeah, no rhyme or reason, is there?
No
rhyme or reason. Real interesting car.
Yes.
I think it's registered as an Opel from memory.
It is.
It's got a Rover engine.
Yes.
It's got Ford badges. Well, hey, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's a 1930s style open-wheeled roadster.
Yeah.
How much fun is this?
It is. And again, we've had a chat to the owner, haven't we?
We have.
And because it's a re-entry, we're now looking at a guide of somewhere in the region of £6,000 to £7,000 on this one.
And that's a big chunk of money. It's
That
come
is a
down.
big chunk
It's
of
come
money
down a
off that.
lot.
Yes, yeah. So hopefully we can find a new home for this one.
We can, and it does drive awfully well.
It sounds great, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's people will hear you coming in this without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah. I took this out and I really, really enjoyed it.
You liked it? With
I
the
did.
wind blowing through your hair.
Yes.
I remember those days. Right, okay. Daimler V8-250 in this lovely old English white with the red interior, Jim. Again,
Lovely.
this is another re-entry from the previous auction. Didn't quite get to its reserve, unfortunately.
Not quite. But
Not quite.
But the gentleman, again, has reduced it to a price which is lower than what it made at the last auction.
Oh, right.
So,
okay.
you know, he's trying hard,
He's
bless
trying
him.
hard. So we're looking at somewhere between 6.5 and 7.5. We'll buy this car
It will.
at the next auction.
It will. Something along me. And just look at the inside on that. Isn't it lovely?
It's a very late one, this actually, Jim, isn't it? On an H.
It's one of the last ones, actually, before the XJs came along.
Yep. Because I've
So-
seen XJs on Gs, so it's...
Yes.
Yeah.
It is. It's a very nice
very
car.
late one, that one.
And one nice thing about it is you may notice that everything's beautiful on the front end.
Yes.
The chrome. Well, it's got the fiberglass front end.
Oh.
Because they were
right.
absolutely prone to rusting.
Yes, they were.
They were terrible for rusting at the front. So
They were,
the
yes.
gentleman who owns it has been very clever, and he's put the fiberglass front end, which is a thing which you can buy, and it'll never ever have any rust problems on the front end.
Yeah.
So that is kind of future-proofing
Yes.
it.
Yeah, indeed. Okay.
And if you didn't know, you wouldn't know.
No, you wouldn't, would you? Well, I
No.
didn't know.
Ah, there you go.
But, yeah, you'd never tell.
There you go.
Super. Right then, okay, so on to a big slice of Mercedes motoring, CL 500. What a car. And I believe this one's no reserve, Jim, as well.
It is. This car comes back to us, it's been in before, but it's coming back to us with no reserve. And again, I'll be buggered if I know why it didn't sell. It's, you know, it's recently MOT'd, it's done little mileage, it's come out of a great collection. Why not?
79,000 miles, Jim, which is nothing really for these, is
It's
it?
beautiful.
Early 2000s, looks to have been cared for.
It has. It has. And it comes with the private plate.
Yeah.
But it's just,
Yeah. So that's a whole load of luxury for what could be quite, you know, maybe £4,000, something like that, maybe.
£4,000 or
Something like
£5,000.
It'll do whatever it does on the day, won't it? With
It
being
will.
in reserve.
But it's, you know, if there's any justice in the world, that's where it'll be.
Indeed.
And then onto this.
I'm surreptitioally pushing that.
You are, aren't you?
The car thing, and the
It's
engine's
the
there. When it's not.
It's a big learning day for you today, isn't it?
Hey, you know, you're good. I know. I've got a lot to learn. So, Karmann Ghia Coupe. I love the look of this. It's a bit California kind of look.
Yes.
With a bit of bling with the wheels. Again, one that didn't sell in the last auction. So we've had a chat to the owner, and he again has substantially reduced the reserve on this.
He has, surprisingly so, actually. But hey ho.
Yeah. I think, you know, something beginning with an 8, with 3 numbers after it, will probably buy this car.
Yes.
Which is, before he was looking at maybe £11,000 or £12,000. So a nice big reduction there. And hopefully we can find that one a nice new home. It does need a bit of paint.
It's, well, you
There's
say that.
There's a little bit of micro blister.
Do you know what? A good, I mean, who knows? You know, we know Chris from Skunk who does detailing. I think if he was given 2 or 3 days with it, he would improve this dramatically.
Yeah.
It's always worth to go before you go
Always
down
worth
the
to go
paint
before
route.
investing in a
because
full repaint.
these detailing guys are brilliant at what
they
they do.
work wonders, don't they?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And
So
are you
that's that
sure
one.
there's no oil coming out in front of this?
I'm sure. Bentley, I can't believe I've done that. Bentley Mark VI. Okay, late 40s.
Yes.
This one, again, is a re-entry. We've had a conversation with the owner. He's reduced his reserve.
Quite considerably, by the way.
Quite considerably now. So somewhere in the region between 10 and 12 would buy this. It was pegged at somewhere between 14 and 15 before. So a few £1,000s off there. Presents quite nicely, doesn't it?
It's lovely.
You know, it's 80 years old, so you've got to cut it a bit of slack. But overall, the interior's nice. The paintwork's a bit flat in places, but overall, it looks pretty nice.
It does. And typical of the time, it has the suicide doors. But that's part of the charm of these old girls, isn't it? It's lovely. Look at the interior on that. How nice is that?
Beautiful.
The red. Yeah.
Beautiful, that.
Lovely machine, isn't it? That's
so hopefully we'll get that one away.
Yes.
This one didn't sell either. So RS Turbo, Mercury Grey Metallic, ticks a few boxes from my perspective. It's a whole slice of late 80s.
Did you have an XR2 in this colour?
I did have an XR2, yeah. I may have mentioned that once or twice before. Okay. But overall, looks in pretty clean condition, that one, Jim.
I like it.
We are looking now at a reserve, or an estimate, somewhere between 9 and 11.
Really?
It was pegged at somewhere between 15 and 17.
Wowee.
So that's a big reduction on that one.
I'll say.
So we thank the vendor for having a sensible chat with us about cars like this, where we need to peg the reserve slightly lower to get them away.
Yeah, and it's a good thing to do because it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to sell for that.
Correct.
It should sell
for
more.
Well, hopefully, by rights, it should do more, shouldn't it?
It should. If it does sell for that, somebody has got themselves a right bargain.
Yeah. Now, this particular example has been delocked, which is very late 80s.
Very much of the time. Yes.
And it has had a speedo change as well, but all the details are on our website about that one.
But it's still an RS Turbo.
It's still an RS Turbo, and of course it's Mercury Grey. What more can you say?
Maybe one for you.
Maybe one for me. Oh, no, it's far too fast for me. Far too fast. Next up, Jim, is this very nice re-entry, MG Magnette. Surprised it didn't go, actually. I think it's great value for the money. It's not one for somebody who's after an original Magnette because it's had one or two upgrades, but it just makes it a bit more drivable.
But they are tasteful. That's
yep.
And they're easily reversible
They
too.
They are very tasteful changes. The MGA block, it's got MGB carbs on it as well. It starts on the button. It's got 12 months MOT on it as well.
Really?
So that just gives you a little bit of peace of mind.
It does, doesn't it?
So we've had a chat to the owner on this one. He's brought the reserve down just a touch. So I think somewhere between £5,000 and £6,000 will probably buy this car now.
Really? Because it was, what was it, 8 to 9 last time?
Yeah, it's something like that. Yeah. But it's nice. It's a nice colour combination. Nice slice of 50s MG motoring there for somebody.
It is, and it's still a classy looking car.
It's a great. I think they're great looking cars. These. Yeah.
And with the mods that we mentioned, it just makes a great proposition.
And it goes well as well. Goes well, that one.
It does.
And then over here we've got another re-entry. Sorry, this is the Volkswagen Dayvan.
Yes, again. Why didn't this sell?
Yeah.
Why did this not sell?
No, strange, isn't it?
Yeah,
strange.
Very. But it's everything you want it to be. It is a little bit shabby chic, but you know what? I like that.
Yeah.
I'd be tempted to leave that alone.
Yeah.
Just make sure it's mechanically okay, which I'm sure it is. But I'd leave the paintwork and everything as it is.
Yes.
But if you look inside, you can get an idea of all the nice things it's got inside and all the nice plaques on the dash of where it's been and what it's done. So it's lived a nice life.
Yeah, it's a United States car originally, Jim.
Yeah.
So a left hooker.
But it's quite nice, isn't it?
It's
It's got the seat, everything matches with the black and white interior, the checkered floor in the rear. It's got the side door. I like this.
Yeah, and again, you've got a couple of grand off the reserve.
We have.
So circa £5,000 now we'll buy this.
Is that all?
This van.
£5,000.
£5,000 on that one. For again, it's tidy. It's tidy enough. It's not perfect by any stretch, but it's tidy enough. And,
no, it's not. But
it'll suit somebody down to the ground. That.
I mean, for £5,000, what do you expect? It's probably worth more in parts than it is.
You would think so.
As anything else. That's crazy.
You think so?
But anyway.
So we've got a couple more cars just to show.
We have.
Should we move next door?
Let's go next door.
Yeah. So, Jim, next up, I want you to channel your inner Downton Abbey.
Oof.
Hey, I could just see you in this. 1929 Austin Heavy 12.4. Very, very, very nice car, this. Nearly 100 years old. Shouldn't really still be here, but
no,
it
should, but it's amazing, isn't it? I mean, look at the detail on it.
It's great.
It's, it's
I saw George out in this morning with a big smile on his face.
He loved it, didn't he?
He was loving every single minute. I love these screens here.
It's fantastic.
Look at these screens
when
in the
roof
back.
goes down, they were there to protect the royalty in the rear.
The royalty in the back, absolutely.
Which would never be me, but anyway.
You never know. You might make it one day, Jim.
Yep.
Value. Well, price on this one, 12 to 14. We
really?
12,000 to 14,000 pounds.
What a piece of history for that.
Yeah. So, and that looks in very nice condition.
It does, doesn't it?
For something of that age.
Yeah, and the colour's nice as well, isn't it?
Yep.
Colour's nice. Right. Well, from one extreme to the other.
Yeah, another re-entry, Jim.
It is TVR Cerbera, and again, why didn't this sell? I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you know what? The more I look at this car,
Yep.
its design is fabulous. Look at the
Super,
length of
isn't it?
those
Yeah,
doors.
it's super.
It's just so sleek, isn't it? But this again has been re-entered. Again, the vendor has had a conversation with us.
Yeah.
I think it was over 20 last time.
Yes.
Mid to late teens would probably buy it now.
Yeah.
So again, yeah.
MOT till next March on that one, Jim.
It is.
Great colour.
It's a lovely
Love the
colour. And a TVR number plate.
Yep. There has been a little bit of reaction on the paint, hasn't there? In various areas.
In certain areas.
Just needs a bit of getting at.
A good detailer might just make that a little bit better.
Yeah.
Might not, but it's worth a go.
Yeah. But these sound awesome, don't they?
Oh, hell of a thing. What an engine. What a car.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I like those.
Okay. Right. So outside, I think, for the last couple.
It is, the last couple.
Let's do the last couple.
Here we are outside, just finishing off with the last couple of cars. And now this is an interesting one. It's a re-entry.
Okay.
And again, like everything else, it's come down quite considerably.
Yeah.
I think 4 to 6 will probably buy this car now.
Okay.
But this is the BBR Turbo, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It is. So an extra bit of poke
Yeah.
in what already was a reasonably powerful car.
Yes.
But with the turbo, it just makes a bit of a difference. It's rare as well, Jim. You know, they didn't build many BBR turbos at all.
No, they didn't.
And this one's got the benefit of the tan leather as well.
Well, I was just going to say that. I think we mentioned that last time, didn't we? The interior colour combination with the black is just, it's nice.
Yes.
It's different.
It is a bit different.
Yeah. No, I like that.
Yep. Okay. So that's a re-entry.
That's a re-entry.
And our final car for the roundup today is another re-entry, a 968 Porsche, Jim.
Yes.
So this one was guided at somewhere between 14 and 16, and it's come down now to somewhere in the region of 12 to 14. So a couple of grand off that.
Again, it's, yeah. And, you know, again, it's one of those cars, why didn't it sell?
Yeah.
And this was, again, the gentleman bought this off us a year or so ago. I think we said this last time as well, and he did a lot of work on it. He went to the ring in Germany, not to take this round, just to get there for a Porsche meeting. So we did all the bits and pieces, and he just did what he needed to do, and it's lovely.
It's got a recent spend, just to pick up on that, Jim, £3,000.
Well,
and we've got an MOT as well till next August as well. So you got virtually 12-month ticket on it.
You have, and do you know what? I look at this car, and there's the odd little stone chip here and there, which shows honesty.
Yeah.
However, it's easily dealt with.
Yes, it is.
That's the beauty of a black car. You can transform them. You know, in half a day, you can absolutely transform that car.
It'd be great to find out a new home.
It would, wouldn't it?
It deserves a new home, that one, definitely.
It does, absolutely. And it comes with a personalised plate as well.
It does.
Which suits the car.
It does, actually, yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, nice car.
Good. Okay, so that's a roundup for this week, Jim.
It is.
Just to say that if you do see anything, please have a look at our YouTube channel. Click on like, click on subscribe. If you see anything on there, have a look at the website, give us a ring in the office, and we'll tell you all about the cars. Our next sale is the 26th of October. 2-day sale, don't forget, guys. Saturday, 26th is the cars. Sunday, the 27th is the motorbikes. That format worked quite well last time, didn't it, Jim?
It was great, yeah. And it's only because we're getting busier and bigger, and it's good for everybody. Yeah, and we're going to keep doing it. We've put the dates on the website as well now for next year. All next year's dates for 2025 are on the website. And also, we've just booked ourselves for Tatton Park and the Stafford Bike Show for next year as well. So we're starting to build up the shows that we're going to. So we're going to be out and about and doing what we do.
One final thing as well, and this is for the benefit of everybody out there. Do you want to come and work with us lot at Manor Park? Maybe down south.
Maybe.
Yeah. So there is a job opportunity at a new outlet down south in the Reading Swindon area. If you fancy yourself as a car consigner, a car specialist.
Or bike
specialist, absolutely. Have a look at our website. There's a job application on there, job description. Let us know your details, and who knows, you might get the wonderful benefits of working with Jim. Benefits, is that right?
No.
No, okay then. Or maybe Paul Cowlands.
Paul Cowlands, never mind us.
Well, never mind.
The legend that is Paul Cowlands will
Exactly.
look after you and guide you. And as I say, we can only dream of being that good. But anyway, there we are. Paul will be with us very soon, but thank you very much.
See you now.